Hello, welcome to Outfit Wars. Tattoos. Hey, my kRosZ. How you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hi there.
Hey, welcome everyone. For those unfamiliar with this format, Outfit Wars is a 48v48 format that takes the next format. Got 9 bases. They're going to be a draw. The win condition is either have the most bases at the end of a 5-minute, or you capture the home base of the team. We'll get a little bit into that. A little bit more about the team right now. So a little bit about these teams. kRosZ. LPS is a very strong team. See them a lot in like infantry scrims on Smash. They've got some good shooters, and they're familiar with the format from C. And then Fermito, on the other hand, they've done like multiple playing Smash. You know, their senior brother Ro, been doing this a long time. Playing, definitely going to be very strong when he's a lot of
Yep.
familiarity with the format. You have anything else?
Yeah, well, Formido is pretty well known for their bus and harasser cheese, at least on lane smash and on live. So hopefully they can capitalize off of it on afterwards. Also considering that LPS Air is not he's not to be slept on under any circumstance.
Gotcha. Do you know some of the names that are flying for L?
I think I saw Snipsel, but I don't know if he'll be flying like main pilot. Yeah, I've seen definitely some other pilots like Snitch. At least if I can decipher his alt account, spotted stuff. Tolia is playing. Yeah, definitely some good names to look out for.
Gotcha. Go ahead and take a look at the in-game over here. Boom, in-game. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. We've got Nexus Omega. The blue team is going to be that's going to be Fermito, and then we got the red team on the South Warp Gate. That is going to be LPS. So we'll take a look at the openers right now just to see what we're looking at over here. One thing to note is LPS is down 2 players. They've only got 46 out of 48 right now. As far as the opener, this is a very standard opener. You see, you know, a lot of... Actually, I see more galaxies than I would usually see over here. These are probably going to be Bulldog galaxies with procs rep. And then I see some Vanguards, which I usually don't see as well. I see Osprey. Hey, Osprey. Let's take a look over at Fermito. We're going to see something...
Formido already using the anvils, yep.
Yeah, okay, so this is a more standard opener for Mito. You see a lot of ESFs, you see double pulls, you see, you know, a couple of galaxies. Those are going to be procs repair galaxies, and those are going to be like the staging used over here. I see a Liberator as well. You usually don't see a Liberator outside of the opener. Those can be pretty strong, but having to maintain a Liberator can be pretty, you know, costly in terms of nanites. You see you saw some anvils as well. Let's try to figure out where those dropped.
There's one like where I am right now, beneath the cliff.
Okay.
On Granite Head.
Gotcha. I found it over here. It's
Nice.
what is that? Is that a media or is that a light? I can't tell what that is.
It's possibly a medium.
Yeah, I see some more dropping in right now. Oh, here come a lot of anvils over here. Heavy anvils dropping in the center for one of the teams. I'm not quite sure which one, but we're gonna get a steel rain over here for Mito as well. It looks like. So let's take a look at the opener. I'm gonna catch the air opener in right now. Looks like LPS isn't actually contesting too much of the air. A lot of this is bales, or they're just going in and out real quick. Oh, here we go. I was a little out of render range from the galaxies. Galaxies going in right now to Granite Head reactor. Some drops started. I see some maxes coming in over at Granite Head. So a galaxy heavy opener, yeah, definitely is going to have some maxes, and it looks like they're going to be starting a fast cap over here.
Yep, in the meantime, Formido is going to try to start a cap on Arzak Satcom Hub.
Perfect. Then I'm going to go check out Bitter Gorge real quick. Any timers? I see a little bit for Fermito. But Bittergorge not in too much of contention right now. Rolling a single point own for LPS, but they do have good logistics set up. A lot of buses right here. So it looks like LPS's opener is actually a little bit unconventional. They're deciding not to contest air, and instead they're focusing a lot more on their armor. I see, like, this is a lot of vanguards that they're pulling right now. A lot of Sundays that they're setting up. So this is going to be very strong for logistics. They're going to be able to rotate around quickly if they're able to keep this armor up. Let's go check
And that would be their American sword right now.
Check out Granite Head right now. A point is left unflipped. I'm curious why neither team has gone for A point. Maybe they don't want to try to commit resources into it, or maybe they want to keep the timer slow. But if LPS is committing a lot of resources to Granite Head, they're going to have to worry about a fast cap on one of the other bases. I don't see any timers started so far. Alright, so SATCOM, just a single point for Mito right now. They have just the B point, but it looks like they're going to be starting A and C in a little bit. I'm going to go check out Bittergorge. Actually, air fight's probably what's going on right now. Let's take a look at the air a little bit.
Yep.
We got some Burster Gals, we got some Load Stars. Yeah, okay, so this is where all the pop was. So you see these procs repair gals a lot of times they're going to be hiding behind the mountains.
Yeah, I can tell you that those rep gals are not going to be taken down anytime soon. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're playing very passively right now. You see this a lot where both teams kind of sit on other ends of the mountain. We've seen Anvil over here, so okay, so that was a medium Anvil. We've got a Skyguard on the mountain right now.
There's 1 minute 30 on Granite Head reactor, and it doesn't seem like Formido is preparing for any kind of drop.
kRosZ started for a fast cap for Formido right now, and Bittergorge has something going on. Looks like LPS is starting a cap there.
Formido has 2 Lotus Stars parked on the B point of kRosZ.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see the load star right there. Typically, kRosZ isn't contended too much, because if you can control Granite Head, you get the same lattice connections that kRosZ gives you, as well as you also get a connection to Bittergorge. So Granite Head is typically the base that's the most fought over. So I'm gonna go check out Granite Head, see if Formido is gonna be mounting any sort of...
There's a little skirmish here on the stairs to go for A point.
I see a little bit.
It seems like Formido is pushing in. They're going to take control of it.
Stay alert.
And now I'm following in a max over to A point for Granite Head. Max did bring some friendlies, so they will be able to fix the point.
Ooh, the LPS Vanguard is going to get killed by the Vanguard. Formido Vanguard using the new tank weapon.
Oh
that's pretty
yeah,
interesting.
that's a thing. Yeah, the new tank weapons are a thing they introduced. 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left. If they want to contest this, they've got to start doing something. They've got to get some pressure on a point. Because LPS has done a really good job with logistics and stuff. We got a Galaxy for Formido. Some drops. See if they get a beacon up or such. Could see 4 usage takes out DSO King. But with 5 seconds left, Formido is just not in a position to.
Yeah, I don't see this happening.
Yeah, C point. Yeah, so LPS did a really good job of setting up ahead of time and making sure that they were unable to push at all. I think their logistics
at the same time,
really showed.
At the same time, Formido successfully ghost capped kRosZ Satcom Hub.
Yep. Perfect. So Bittergorge. We also see some caps started at Hydroponics. Ooh, no cap started for Nexus Secure. That's a bit of a... They're going to be a little bit behind on that timer when it comes here. LPS Galaxy's picking... Ooh, under fire right now. I believe that's an air hammer, though.
I don't think Formido's trade was any good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now they're just back at that hydroponics compound. They have to fix that before they can move, or else they risk losing the base and potentially losing the Nexus.
Yeah, and they also haven't started a cap on Nexus Secure, unless my timer is bugged out. I'm gonna go double check that.
No, they still haven't.
Okay, so they're just now flipping at Nexus Secure. So that's like almost a full minute behind what LPS was pulling off. That's definitely a lot slower.
Formido just dropped on Bitter Gorge Garrison, specifically the B point. Just dropped like
Check
a
out
galaxy
Bitter
worth of people.
Gorge. Over at Bitter Gorge now. I see that push on the B. Formido armor also cleaning up a lot of the logistics we saw a couple minutes ago for LPS. You don't see as many Sundays left right now. Taking out another one of the Sundors for LPS. And B point now owned by Formido. So it's going to give them some good time, but they also got to be careful because if they don't, if they take a lot of time getting Bitter Gorge back, they have to worry about hydroponics. That's about halfway through right now. And if they keep this on the current pace, they're not going to have time to deal with both. So they're going to either have to get all the points or deal with hydroponics, because having your home base contested, it can get really, really rough if you're constantly having to deal with fixing your home base.
Yep.
A point right now,
but
flipping
I think
for someone.
I think Formido has taken that into account, but it's just a risky trade.
I think Bitter Gorge for Hydro could be good, so long as they're very confident that they can keep Nexus Omega. And it looks like Nexus Secure has also been fixed for LPS.
I'm not very sure that they can keep their Nexus base, considering that there's nothing scarier than an LPS max.
That's true, yeah. One of the things we talked about beforehand is that Formido, if they're able to leverage their cheese, that's probably going to be one of their win conditions. And inside the home bases, it's really hard to leverage cheese because it's mostly just infantry and max play. And LPS maxes are very scary. Ooh, what was that? I think someone got
LPS has a pretty strong grip on the C point here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out hydroponics real quick. Seems like a bit of a fight going on right now. LPS is holding on right now, and Formido's beginning to push in right now. Bit of a door 3 push right now as they're pushing in. A lot of LPS dead right now. Max rotating on the backside right now. Doesn't have a lot of support though. 2-on-1 Max. Max goes down, NG goes down. It looks like LPS is wiped off of hydroponics.
Oh, that's good for Formido, but at the same time, LPS successfully pulled a lot of the pop away from Bitter Gorge.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, is Formido going to try to take... They committed a lot of maxes to this as well. I saw, 3 or 4 maxes in that push. And they're going to have to get a Galaxy over if they want to move those to Bitter Gorge, or they're going to be down 450 nanites.
Yeah, the nanite drain is real. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get this base, actually.
Taking a look at the air a little bit. Air is hard to cast, by the way, when it's NC versus NC, so sorry. But looking at the air right now, it looks like the Rep Galaxies are under retreat for LPS right now. So Formido with I believe they have air control right now. I'm not too good at air, but it looks like they've got it. Second one goes down.
Formido got the air control, but they also need some troops on the ground to cap the bases. You can have air control, but right now Formido is on the back foot, at least on a territorial point of view.
Yeah, and Formido's got to start doing something. They've got, only a couple seconds left, and it looks like they are flipping the point right now for Bitter Gorge. They've got B flipping, and they've got A flipping. LPS is, Formido did a really good job of maintaining air, but LPS is going to start running over to that A point soon. And I think they've got the A point back right now.
Yeah,
Formido Beacon comes in, another one.
Formido has B and C, and it's only 3 seconds on the clock.
Wait, they got C? How did they get C?
Yeah, Formido got it.
No, they got C. Whoever capped C point is insane. LPS had so strong control of that. That was a really good cap by Formido. Sheesh.
Homie, that Formido homie, man, he's a true legend.
Right? Yeah, I don't know whoever capped C point, but that was insane, and that's why you won the base. Because they didn't have A point. LPS had a good rotation onto A point.
Yeah, now Formido has a pretty vital base. They cannot cap off of it, but just the fact that they have it for at least 3 more minutes and they can contest it is already good on its own.
Yeah, and that also lets them start contesting Granite Head, because Hydroponics timer was there, so then they can now contest Granite Head, and they can also start pushing Argent. I think Formido is definitely looking very strong right now. LPS getting a good job recontesting right now. They've got A and C point. They're moving up towards B point right now, and Formido isn't really in a position to try to deal with this push right now.
Formido coming in with the spawn bus. Actually, 2 spawn buses, but I'm not sure they're gonna be around for much longer.
Yeah, I see one of the buses right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already being
One
hit
of the
right
buses
now.
is getting by Vanguard.
Oh, a lot more buses rolling in right now. I see. Ooh, look at that cannon though. That's a big cannon. My goodness. I haven't actually seen the new guns. That's the JGX-12, I think.
I don't remember, man.
Yeah. They
You ain't
look
got no
good.
luck on your co-caster, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it looks like Formido again going for some armor control. It looks like. I see. There's still a Bulldog bus. Yeah. So Formido, the bus cheese right here. Bulldog buses. That's what you're gonna expect to see. Check out the timer. What else are we looking at here? Looks like a hydroponics might be going in favor for LPS, and then kRosZ has also started for LPS. Maybe. Ooh, I don't. Let's go check out the timers there. What timers do we got over here? So no timer at Nexus Secure, and kRosZ started. So no back half is possible at Nexus Secure. Got
kRosZ start.
hydroponics. Hydroponics is flipping in favor of LPS right now. Where are they going?
I think I would probably that's just a ghost cap to stall a timer more.
Yeah, the timer bugs can be a little.
Yeah, I see most of the LPS forces either in air or at Beer Gorge right now.
I'm gonna head back over to Bitter. Oh yeah, look at the air. Wow.
Also, by the way, I got told this secret information that the guy that flipped the C point at Beer Gorge was more fielder. So, Morph, good job, bro. You won a crab fin.
Hey, there we go. Secret Twitch chat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, very. Alright, hydroponics started. We got kRosZ has also started. So LPS, despite not having the the bases in their favor, they've got a lot of the timers in their favor. And Formido's got a lot of choices to make. Do they go for kRosZ? Do they go for Hydra? Do they go for Bitter Gorge? It's going to be difficult for them to pick. That's a lot of decisions and a lot of people to move around quickly.
It's also hard if you consider that they also have to keep the air control for another 30 minutes. So
yeah, that's another thing they gotta worry about. Checking out Bitter Gorge right now.
Yep, there's only 1 minute on kRosZ right now, and doesn't look like there's any Formido ground trooper right now.
Bit of a fight going on for the B point right now. At Bitter Gorge, Airhammer's coming in from both sides. I'm surprised with the amount of armor that I see. Like, typically I don't see this many vanguards and stuff being pulled. But I've also mostly cast like NA matches. Is that more of like a European kind of way to play, where you focus a lot more on armor?
I don't know if you can generalize it to the whole of the EU region, but I've definitely seen outfits, especially the ones that have good tankers, use a lot of medium and heavy anvils to start the match to get their buses and their prowlers up for anti-air. But yeah, I don't know if you can ascribe it to the whole of you.
Gotcha. So could be these teams just focus more on armor, which is nice to see. Like I think armor play is interesting. You don't really see it too much on Nexus. But again, a lot of timers.
LPS redropping on B on kRosZ.
Yeah. So Bitter Gorge right now strongly in favor for LPS. I'm gonna check out kRosZ right now.
Yeah, kRosZ, they have like 10 seconds left if they get the B point, which they will.
I don't see Formido, like there's no Valks, there's no Galaxies coming in, so it looks like this is going to be going over to LPS.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, giving up a base like that is a little rough. But it looks like they also had to respond to hydroponics right now. I'm going to go check out hydroponics. Looks like I missed LPS getting pushed off right now, and they're currently mounting a repush. Looks like they're going to be going in on dubs right here. No maxes for LPS right here. So Formido's going to have that advantage. I hear a max inside. Use the max right here. Brings up the shield. Ooh, I like this double push. They also sent people on short right now. So this max is in a really rough spot right now. Very little health. Please shoot the max. There we go. A little bit of back and forth right here. LPS retaking the point over at Hydroponics. And Bitter Gorge right now, big response from Mito. I'm going to go check out Bitter Gorge right now. Looks like they
Formito
allocated
has
a lot of
the
pop.
armor. Formito has the armor and the air supremacy, but LPS still controls the points. And it's gonna be tough. They're probably gonna pester Formito for the whole game on this base.
Sometimes when you get the timers like this close, it's really hard to fix those timers so you can set up your own backups.
Yeah, they weren't quick enough to flip Argent pass, so backgap them.
Yeah, and it looks like in terms of pop, you know, Formito's allocating a lot of pop over here to Bitter Gorge, but they've still got to worry about like Hydroponics now. Like I like this map play from LPS. They're doing a good job of keeping timers and pressuring Formito. And Formito keeps kind of over allocating pop to fixes. Like they've got a lot of pop over here at Bitter Gorge, but they've also got to deal with Hydroponics, and like it's curious to see. It looks like though they are happy to just maintain 2 out of the 3 points at Bitter Gorge, because that gives them plenty of time to worry about Hydroponics, which is where the fight is right now. I'm gonna go check out Hydroponics. Nope.
I would think their main focus would be to not get insta warp gated by LPS.
Yeah. Well, ideally, you know, you kind of have to go for the win here. Like this is single elimination at this point. If you lose this match, you're out. I see a good Formito push right here on doors 2, door 3. They could definitely push in right here. They've got good momentum, and LPS is they're too much on short. Formito had an opportunity to try to push in right here. Going in right now, door 1 push started. A little bit of, oops, Senior Brother Row baited a little bit by his team. Unlucky. Formito with a nice push over here onto Hydroponics. And then if we check out Bitter Gorge, though, it's still in favor. So actually, I like that play that they went for. Only going for 2 out of the 3 points on Bitter Gorge. Allows them to move a lot of population over here quickly. And then Formito with a good response. LPS, though, they got one of the maxes up, Renos, under that name.
Yeah, but again, LPS just gonna pester Formito at this base. They're gonna sink a lot of Formito pop in here. And now they got all 3 points. It's just 30 seconds. Formito really need to rush it.
So again, LPS with a good job just keeping the timers in their favor. A point is being fixed, so that's going to give them A and B is being fixed. So that's going to give Formito a little bit more time to get in here. But it's cutting it a little close here. I almost wonder if Formito needs to get these kind of over rotations because of I know that LPS is very strong infantry, and I'm not sure how Formito infantry is able to match. Might be that LPS just has stronger infantry, so Formito has to do that. Ooh, with 10 seconds left, I think LPS had a really good play here. They rotated pretty quickly. B point is in contention for Formito right now, but they got to get onto one of the other points. It's okay that they lose this one.
Formito got B point?
Nothing on A and C.
There's no one on C and A. Nope.
So flip goes over right now.
LPS will get it, and Formito doesn't have any timers going on right now.
Because of Hydroponics and because they lost, like, they didn't set up a Nexus cap. It took them a really long time to get that set up, and then this Hydroponics timer's just been constantly ticking, so they've never been able to start Granite Head or Arzek. So LPS here looking very strong, very good with the map play.
Oh yeah, but also capitalizing off of Formito's mistakes because they couldn't move fast enough to Nexus secure or to Argent pass. So
for sure,
we'll see what Formito can do now to either resist as long as he can, or to subvert the result of the match, the projected result.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for Formito to get a comeback over here. This is definitely not an overmatch. We still got 25 minutes of this, so we're good.
This is giving me vibes from the Ruin Dick T match, where Dick T was in the exact same spot and then almost came back.
Yeah.
The first one, not the second one, I mean.
Yeah, he won the second one against Ruin, which is good.
Yes.
So, LPS now with a full recap on Bitter Gorge, and they no back cap setup though. Let's go check out hydroponics because Fermito's going to have to be responding to this right now. You can see some of their armors moved in. They've got some Sunderer set up. Ooh, I like this. Very aggressive, offensive Sunderer.
Elastus coming in with the C4s. We're gonna C4 the Sunday. It's not gonna stay up for more.
It will be burning pretty bad right now.
Oh yeah. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yo, hit the fire sub. Give a little love tap. Fermito right now starting a push onto door 2. I believe they have a push on short. I think LPS actually did a good job rotating and matching that. Fermito pushing into door 1 right now. Havoc nade's coming out. I like this Havoc nade usage. Very good for Fermito.
It was definitely a good one, but they're not really timing them properly. Right, that was a better
Fermito
one.
had a push
There
that
you
they
go.
could have gone for right here, and they
Actually went for it now.
yeah, there we go. So now that the push happened, they were winning. Well, they had a push on dubs that they were waiting for. Okay, so that dubs push definitely helped them out
LPS
there.
got wiped here. Yep.
Yeah, LPS. If that dubs push was fine, LPS might have been able to retake, but Fermito with the good try push, I guess.
Now LPS is also losing beacons.
Yeah, I see one of them goes down. Yeah, but Slate Canyon start. Ideally, you'd expect to see a Slate Canyon start here.
Slate Canyon still didn't start. Nope.
I'm not sure.
No, it hasn't started, but I see LPS pop there.
Ooh.
Let's see. It's flipping now, I think.
Gotcha. Let's go check that out. Well, actually, let's look at the air real quick. Air. Whoa.
Oh wait, Fermito got a point at Beer Gorge. That's why it hasn't started yet.
Oh, very nice by Fermito. I got the B point back cap. It's under contention right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna be theirs for much longer.
Yeah, LPS with a good retake. Wasn't a lot of logistics for Fermito. They didn't have time to set those up, so. We got an implant. Ooh, Galaxy coming in for Fermito. Might be dropping onto C point right here. Yep, drops onto C point.
It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late.
Oh, no, did the backup already start?
It's late. Yep.
Unfortunate. So very good by LPS there, getting that set up ahead of time. That's what you see teams do. Like they're just constantly pressuring timers. And now Fermito's got to move all their people back. You know, do they have any Galaxies or Maxes in that?
Yeah, they have not Maxes,
yeah, no
but
Maxes. Okay.
About 10 people, and LPS only got 2.
Yeah. So Fermito now is going to be rotating people over here. What is this Galaxy do? Are they trying to drop block pods?
Going in.
I think that Galaxy was being used to block drop pods.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure he got quite a few of them as well.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't write that one down. That's a good strat right there.
Write that down. Write that down, bro.
Okay, put it in the
You
notebook.
can use that. Yeah.
LPS or Fermito again. We see them like they're always responding with a little bit more population than LPS does, and I feel like LPS is taking advantage of that by they're able to quickly move the pop that was lost back over to hydroponics. So they're always just a little bit ahead of Fermito. Feels like.
Yeah, these back and forths are really like the thing that's separating Fermito from LPS right now. LPS just moving the pop better, reading the map better, applying the right amount of pressure, knowing what to pull out.
Yeah, they got the
Did a
back
really
up
good
set
job.
up as well too, which is really good.
Yep. Fermito just on the back foot right now. Been on the back foot for a while.
Fermito starting a push onto short, looks like. So they might be going for a dub. It's hard to tell. A lot of people on shore right now. LPS on shore, but it's going to be a grinder to try to get through that. It's hard to find a good angle in this powerhouse because of that wall. I'm going to set up a door 3. Actually, let's get a look on the outside.
In the meantime, you can see like 3 or 4 LPS people in the Nexus Omega base, destroying turrets, flipping bay terminals and stuff.
they've already got
Just
that
prepping up
set
for
up.
it. Yeah.
A little bit of sabotage as well. So Firmino
well, you know,
is pushing into the point, but so Firmino's getting the point back, but LPS still has main hull control, so they're going to be able to rotate down in a little bit, unless they deal with that.
Oh, but
last
for me to
max.
push to the server room as well. From
Perfect, so
dubs.
good push, but Flares is just mowing down people over here. Finally gets taken out.
Yep.
And Firmino with another retake. But again, like if we look at the pop allocation, a little bit more for Firmino, and now Slate Canyon is flipping back for LPS. So again, really good play by LPS. Just keep those timers constantly in their favor, and Firmino's never able to even start a cap.
And also, you don't see quite frequently the same names pulling maxes. They spread the nanite drain pretty fairly among the squads right now, which is always good to see out of a team.
Sure. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. Talk about these. We see that LPS is definitely up on kills. They've got around 820 kills compared to 550. In terms of vehicle kills, it's basically dead on. 185 for both teams. And then in terms of revives, because Firmino is dying more, you will expect them to get more revives. What I'm curious about is, let's bring up the domain kills. Okay, so it's pretty similar. Around 15% of air for both teams. Maxes are around 10%, and then the remaining 75 is roughly infantry with a little bit of armor. Firmino push started over here at Slate Canyon. Slowly getting up, and they work their way up to the upper door at this point right now. Looks like the spawn logistics for LPS were taken out. Firmino push. Oh, I think they just walk in. Yeah. So LPS wasn't able to hold a lot of this.
Yeah, LPS could definitely use more Sunderers. For what I've seen in this match, they've only been using spawn beacons, but they're really volatile as spawn options.
It might be really
down
hard
pretty easily
for LPS to keep their Sunderers up, though. Like, Firmino's pulling a lot of armor.
That's also a fair point.
I'm going to go get a timer update real quick on hydroponics. Who's this in favor of? Oh, it's flipping again. So again, like, Firmino constantly pressuring. Firmino's already... Sorry. LPS already back at hydroponics. And they're just chipping away at these timers, you know? Little bit each time they force Firmino to rotate.
Yeah, even if they don't cap these bases, the fact that Firmino cannot cap is already a factor for them to win. They're just stalling the timer. They've been doing this for like 15 minutes now.
Yeah, and you know, it's getting to the point where Firmino they need to get some caps going. They can't be on the back foot anymore. And they just have to... What I'm curious is, how does Firmino keep getting back into this? Are they doing gal drops? If they're doing gal drops, then like Firmino's doing a poor job maintaining air control. I'm gonna check out dubs this time and see how the dubs push goes for Firmino.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like they're doing a poor job at it, because you know, I see more Firmino beavers up than LPS. The problem is, if they're engaged, the two opposing factions, it's only natural for spawns to slip through. Especially galaxies, they're quite robust.
Yeah, they're very, very tanky, especially when you throw like composite on. It's very difficult to kill them.
Yeah. Firmino pushed out LPS here at hydroponics, but again, probably what's gonna happen is LPS is gonna bring a Valkyrie or a Galaxy is gonna set up on Slate Canyon Hole. And what did I tell you? They're already there.
Yeah. Did you catch how they got over there?
Nope, sorry. When I arrived, they were already.
Oh, I see a Galaxy over here. I wonder if they're using like these Galaxies as well to move people quickly, because I almost wonder if Firmino air is over rotating. Like if we check out hydroponics, like Firmino's got pretty clear air control. You know, lots of air to grounding going on. Ooh, nice Desi, by the way. Saw that. And then if we go over to Slate Canyon, like there's no Firmino air. So I feel like Firmino air is like, it's too concentrated on one spot, and they're basically just using it to air to ground rather than preventing LPS from rotating.
Here, LPS under placed beneath Slate Canyon is going down.
Yeah, but
Actually,
it was up
went
long
down
enough
already.
to get maxes up.
Yep.
So, you know. LPS doing
1
a
minute
really good job of
10
just,
on the clock.
you know, they're not maintaining their spawns, but they're getting those spawns up when they need them, and they're there at the right time.
Well, this is probably gonna be very hard for Formido to wipe now. They got 1 minute. They're set up inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the air a little bit. Air, whoa.
Whoa, bro.
I don't. It's
ESFs.
so hard to cast Reavers shooting Reavers because we
Yeah.
don't have name tags for a lot of them, so it's just like that one shooting at that one.
Yo.
I'm gonna go the last 30 seconds. Let's check out what's going on. And Formido doesn't really have a way. Like, do they have galaxies coming in? How are they gonna push this back? They don't have any way. They don't have a push built up.
Where is Formido?
They still
We
have
have
1224 at Hydro. What? What? Wait.
Where Fromato?
Okay, so
What?
okay, they still have a lot of pop at Hydra, so they're defending the back cap here, but like they're gonna lose. It's risky, but it could work.
I think they just want to. LPS just dropped on hydroponics again with a galaxy. Maxes.
Although Formido is still in the point here.
No.
Are they able to maintain? Oh, not really.
No.
Okay, so even though Formido allocated resources to trying to protect their back cap, they didn't get the timer started. Yeah, they have people at Granite Head and kRosZ, and I think they weren't able to fix the point in time.
Yeah. No. The point
Ooh,
went through.
Formido, those
The only
retaking,
problem-
this is good. They need to get this back because this is going to be their offensive move. They're giving up Slate Canyon to try to get some cap started. I like this.
Oh, they got that. Nice, nice.
Okay, nice. And then
See,
hopefully,
the problem now is that LPS is beginning to siege the Nexus Omega.
yeah, that's going to be really rough for Formido. But I do like this play. It's risky, but now they're able to start timers on Granite Head and on kRosZ, and this is going to be like, this is how they get more points. So they've got to get Granite Head and kRosZ, and then one more base, and then they'll have 5 to 4. But it's going to be a long journey, and they've only got 10 minutes to do it.
It's a pretty ballsy move, but in retrospect, they probably should have done it the first or second time that the lane switch happened.
Yeah, it
Probably
might have
would have
came too
saved
late.
time on the clock. Yeah,
Yeah,
would have saved a lot of time on the clock. Probably we wouldn't be 7-2 for LPS right now.
yeah. So I like the play. Like, that's a good play, and I think that's the kind of play that they have to be making at this point. They can't keep going with the back and forth. So this change up here is really strong. I like this. But LPS, because you're attacking 2 bases at once, LPS is able to just pop dump one base and then pop dump the other base. So they're able to real quickly move around. And right now, Granite Head's already
I agree
being
with
fixed
that.
by LPS. Like, if we look at the pop difference too, Formido's defending their like Nexus Omega. Like, I don't.
You see, but this move is pretty ballsy. But the thing is, you can cap all the territory you want. If they cap the Nexus, it's over, and LPS wins.
Yeah, but I feel like for me, like, it's a 7-minute timer. Like, you've got a lot of time to play with there, and it's like it's risky, but I don't feel like you can afford to, like, you're doing the same thing where you're just fixing you're having to fix your lattice before you do anything.
I mean, it's probably like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, if you wipe LPS and Nexus Omega, they're gonna stop your caps on kRosZ and Granite Head. But if you don't, and if you cap those 2 bases, then you have like little timer to act against LPS at your base. It's like you have to take the risk, I guess. And for me to took the risk and wiped LPS here.
But like, I don't know. Like, Granite Head's been fixed now. kRosZ's been fixed. LPS was able to, because they over-rotated to Nexus Omega, they're able to just send like half a squad to each base, and now it's fixed. And then they have to worry about, again, will the hydroponics timer start ticking? And I think it might. They're already on point. Yeah, it's already being fixed. They've got Valks coming in. So this is, I noticed this a lot. Like, teams will have plenty of air to ground, but you're still able to get Galaxies and Valks through. So at that point, it doesn't really matter that you have air control. Like, sure, you got air control, but like, does that matter? And now they're not able to start Granite Head, and kRosZ's got 30 seconds that they've got to, get a timer on that. Okay, so they're getting B point.
It's gotta be hard for a platoon lead to keep in check, like the air fight, the situation in the air, if you got air control or not, and also the ground.
Yeah, with 48v48, there's a lot to even track of.
Yeah, it's not like lane smash where you have like 24 people. Here you have the double.
Yeah, like the multiple lanes make it really hard to coordinate because it's
Yeah,
like,
also that, yes.
do we have a back cap? Which one? There's 3 different back caps that I could set up for a lane smash. Back cap, there's only one back cap that you can get, so it's pretty easy.
Formido could save the actually Formido did save the connection on AirZac, sorry, the timer on AirZac. So they're still flipping.
And I also see that they started a timer at Slate. That's good. I like to see that. But they're losing a lot of time over at Hydroponics, you know? They're not able to restart Granite Head, and they have to get Granite Head and Arzek and Slate if they want to get back in. And with 8 minutes...
Yeah, there's 8 minutes left, yeah.
That's real rough, especially since they don't even have timer on Hydro. Because it's going to take them, you know, like 2 minutes to get Hydroponics back in their favor. So then they've only got 6 minutes to get Granite Head. Like, it's a really rough position for Formido to be in right now.
Either they pull a miracle and can pull this through, or I think most like outcome is that LPS just wins this because of territory.
Yeah, like Formido's making the right play right now, but it took them a while to make that play. I'm gonna go check out Slate. We got Galaxies over here for LPS. A little bit of ram action going on. Ooh, second ram comes in. Ooh, that was a weird
Formido
ram.
still has the majority of the pop here though.
Yeah, so they do have the
Slate.
timer, which is good.
Ooh, Formido with a cloak Sunday behind the point. That's cheeky.
Yeah, probably in the tunnel or... Oh, there
Oh,
it
they
is.
put it. They
Yeah,
put it
directly
yeah,
behind.
Directly behind.
Perfect. Has
The
Hydro...
beacon on it.
Hydro still in favor.
Yeah, Hydra is 50-50 power.
It's much more important that they fix Hydroponics rather than getting Slate. Because if you fix Slate, you only get 1 connection. With Hydro, you get 2 connections. And you need those connections if you're going to go for this. But... Alright, so Hydroponic's been fixed by Formido, but they've lost 2 minutes. So hopefully they didn't lose Arzek. Okay, Arzek is still in play for Formido. And then in 2 minutes, we've got Granite Head will be in play. And then Slate is also there. So if all of these caps go through, they win. But
No, it's
going to
unlikely.
be so hard.
They literally have to get the quickest cap possible on Granite. I don't think Formido can do it, honestly.
Yeah, like that is the play, but that's a really, really hard play to execute because they're losing Arazek right now. They don't have any timer there. Slate, I suspect LPS is going to be moving into Slate right now. Let's check out the air real quick. Air battle. Whoa. Galaxy. They're shooting each other over the mountain. That's crazy.
Hey yo.
All right.
The Reavers are going pew pew pew. Yo.
Yo, we were shooting each other? Checking out Slate right now. Formido is playing a little bit aggressive. Here comes the push from LPS right now. They're beginning to go up the stairs. Formido's got to back up a little bit. Ooh, that max took a little bit more damage than it had to. Charlie, OW, you're in the wrong place. You're going to die.
Oh man, if only Formido could capitalize on the air control that it had the whole game for this kind of hole.
Yeah, like
They
where's the
probably
air
would have
hammers?
gotten these bases.
Like if
Yeah,
they had an air hammer
un-
there, that would have been good. So LPS did a really good job of fixing the air when they needed to fix it. You don't need air control the whole game, just at the right key times, and they fixed it at the right key times. And LPS is able to get back on point for...
Good strat.
Yeah, Formido, check out the pop. So yeah, it's about 50-50 right here. A little bit in favor.
In retrospect, it feels like LPS just tried to bait Formido air into staying in the as air to air, not going into air hammers for the whole game, keeping a little semblance of presence in the air.
Gotcha.
Now they're just gone full at it, yeah. Now just gone full at it. They're not holding back.
Yeah. Let's check out the air again. Look at the galaxies. We got a Formido galaxy. I'm going to follow this one in and see where it goes.
Oh, look at that Citadel shield. That's just glorious.
Oh, yeah. Citadels on the
mountain.
mountains are, like, really, really strong. Because you can just set your prox repairs in there and, like, you're chilling. check out Hydro. So Hydro has been fixed. So hopefully they've got some timers started. But like, at this point, I like, if they couldn't do it, 8 minutes ago, could they do it with 4 minutes left? I don't think so.
No. Just no.
Definitely in favor of LPS at this point. And LPS right now, a little bit of armor duels right now. Look at the armor, shoot each other. Sheesh. Ooh.
That's LPS.
So at this point,
and
hydroponics is out of play for LPS. They're not able to start that. They also can't gap Nexus Omega. So all they got to do is make sure that Granite Head and kRosZ and Slate don't go through, and that's pretty easy. You can just move your pop around super quick.
That's exactly what they're doing right now.
But LPS is still mounting an offensive, which is definitely what I like to see. They're over at kRosZ right now, getting some timers, getting some beacons up, which is definitely the right play. Hopefully they've also started Granite Head. Yeah, so Granite Head going. They got to get a fast timer on this one, and they're getting some drops in right now.
kRosZ still no. kRosZ is not in play. Nope.
If they get all three, it's in play because it's a 220 fast timer. But they have to get all three and then hold all three, which is going to be so hard.
Yeah, it's unlikely to say the least. Also because LPS has pulled their whole. It's gonna pull their whole pop here.
Yeah, like if LPS sledgehammers one base, actually Slate Canyon's out of play now, so that's game. There's nothing that Fermito can do to win at this point now that Slate timer went that far. So overall, well played by Fermito, but LPS was just, man, they were quick on those timers. They were always getting those, a lot of pressure, good rotations between, liking what I'm seeing from LPS.
I liked seeing Fermito staying on hydroponics to ensure that the cap would go through, and so they could get on kRosZ. What I didn't like is that it happened after 4 LPS tries on that base.
Yeah, it took a while to get that set up.
Yeah, it should have been done earlier, like way earlier. It could have spared 10 minutes of jumping back and forth between Slate and hydroponics, and maybe, perhaps the match outcome would have been different. But yeah, also Fermito really just has to work on using their air better.
Yeah, like, if you have air control and you're still getting Galaxies and Valks slipping through, like, that's not the best.
Yep.
But
overall, they I think they played well.
Yeah.
LPS, the new LPS, like we all knew LPS was the favorite for this match. They're pretty strong individual infantry gamers.
Yeah, and they put up a good fight.
Pretty decent air, yeah.
Nothing to scoff at.
It was pretty entertaining to watch, yep.
Perfect.
So
I don't know
GG
if
to
we'll
both
get an
teams.
interview because we're going to be hopping over to the next match in a little bit.
Dig T 1 RPC, right?
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Dig T versus 1RPC next. So, overall, yeah, I mean, you said it well. LPS was expected to win, and they did win, but, Fermito, that was a pretty good showing by them. They had some good plays. The opener looked very strong for them, but they were just... it was rough for them to keep up with how quick LPS was moving. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good. So with that, so the 1RPC game starts in 15 minutes. Well, the match has already started, but the timer hasn't. So we're going to take a little bit of a break unless we get, like, Senior Brother Rowan here, like, nowish. Because we're going to need to take a look at... We're going to need to set up for the next match. So other than that, we'll just chill for a little bit. Vibe in the Sanctuary, see what's going on there. With that, LPS wins, and Fermito is out of the tournament. And the next match that we're going to be watching, Dig T versus 1RPC, is going to determine who LPS is going to be facing in the finals next week. this scary sanctuary. I like the little... Alright. I'm gonna give it like 30 seconds, and then if not, we're gonna transition to the next one.
The suit should cut you a bonus check. Could use a medic here!
Liberty or death!
Does not compute.
User was moved
Hey,
to
are
your
you here for a
channel.
quick interview? Glenn.
Hello.
Hi, you have time for a quick interview?
Yes, I do. I'm just shutting down
Okay.
the other voices in my head. Yep.
All right, so perfect. Hey, thanks for... This is going to be a quick one because we've got to... We're going to catch the next match. But
Okay.
overall, hey, good game. I don't think that's a game that, that was a good showing by Fermito overall. LPS was the favorites going in, but you guys still put up a good fight. You had some strong points, especially at the beginning of the match where you won the opener. You had 2 out of the 3 neutral bases. What do you think kind of happened after that? Overall, what do you feel like LPS did really well and ultimately?
Well, LPS has a really, really strong air squad, and it just took a lot of resources to fight that. But also, they have. It's the normally when you go and say what's the weakness of your enemy team, and then we'll exploit it. But it's very difficult to find weaknesses, so that's the biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of one-on-one fights that weren't going our way, and so that meant that we couldn't get backcaps.
Yeah, that's one of the
But
things that we commented on a lot of times is you guys were struggling to just get timers started in your favor.
Yeah, and inevitably what happens on a backpack quite frequently is that it ends up being one person against one person, and if they always lose that fight, it doesn't go so well.
Gotcha. So overall, the plan was there, but just fell short in a couple places.
Yeah.
Perfect. How do you feel about Nexus versus Desolation?
Oh, that's an easy question. We much prefer it. This map is far superior than what we were playing before, and also it's a 1 versus 1, which is useful for competitive.
Gotcha. And because it's a brief interview, any last things that you want to share real quick? Any final thoughts?
GG LPS, very well played. We'll get you next time.
Yeah, perfect. That's going to be it for this stream. Thanks for hopping in for a quick interview. We're going to be setting up for the next match, which is going to be 1 RPC versus DigT. So it's going to be on this channel. No need to go anywhere. Just going to, change some of the assets and stuff, and we'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye.